All right, Coach, we are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. The scene from a few moments ago, this crowd enthusiastically cheering on their Texans as they emerge from the locker room. And we're just about ready for football as the Texans get set to match up with the Dallas Cowboys. And now movement here right away. Maybe a sign of things to come with this crowd. Charles, while Dallas comes back out, let me ask you about the game you called last week when they beat Detroit with a field goal there at the end. Important victory for Dallas to get back to 2-2.
Vital victory for them because you know how things happen. If it happens in Texas, it's big, right? When it happens with Dallas and the Cowboys, it's monstrous. So to get them back to 2-2, kind of tamp down a little bit of panic that was coming from their fans, that was huge. But Ezekiel Elliott, he was a full-grown man in that game. 152 yards on the ground, 240 all-purpose yards, a big catch down the stretch. He did everything for them against the Lions defense, the worst run defense in the NFL through 4 weeks. But, boy, he put it on them, and that was a vital victory for the Cowboys. And Dak Prescott played well, too.
And next up, Battle of the Lone Star State as they head down to Houston. A second down throw for Prescott. And his throw here is incomplete. Covers that time by Aaron Colvin.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
An early test. 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. Room to run past midfield. And finally taken down at the 44-yard line. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. Couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. A first down carry by Elliott. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. They'll try to throw now. Prescott drops it underneath to Elliott. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll be 3rd down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Zach Cunningham in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that'll lead to a 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. Back deep for the Texans is Tyler Ervin. Heading out as the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. first and 10. Watson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Griffin. And they'll get him down up past the 15, just shy of the 20. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down.
As far as tight ends go, this guy's not a speed burner. He's much more of an inline blocking type of a tight end. But how about this last play? Made a nice catch and picked up a first down.
That's what impresses me about him. When he's called upon, usually gets it done. They go play action here on first down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll bring up a second and 13. So now they have to contend with second and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Prescott now on second down. Incomplete.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Prescott from the gun. And that's caught by Beasley. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a first down.
And another thing that makes a comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
They give to Elliott. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. After the penalty, it's Elliott. And some space here. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Second down, Prescott. On the left side, he finds Beasley. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. A Dallas first down. Prescott hooking up with Beasley.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
The give is to Elliott. Great move, but still wrangled before reaching the 20. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On second down, Elliott. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Jadeveon Clowney there on the stop.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The Cowboys on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Oh, he stays up. He's going to go up top for the end zone. Blanketed coverage by Houston. Makes it 4th down.
Yeah, and that play was pretty well doomed right from the start. The pressure was really affecting him. Collapsed everything in the pocket. He had to move around, try to get it downfield. Incomplete.
And forthcoming, a field goal try for the Cowboys. On the left hash mark, this a 38-yard attempt. And his kick here is good. And the Cowboys are going to jump out to a 3-0 lead. So still no touchdowns in the first half, but we do have some action on the scoreboard with the field goal.
So maybe now the mentality changes in this game, because anytime you can get to the red zone, and if you don't come away with 6 points, you feel like it's a disappointment. In a game like this one, being able to kick field goals means you're right there, and then you're just looking for that big break to take you over the top.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And it winds up a terrific return, but markers are down. And this is going to come all the way back. So that will push him back.
And now we know why I have a little extra space to run, don't we? An illegal block in the back, that penalty will move them back.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Play action for Miller. Now Watson. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to get him for a loss of 5. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15.
Down. Black 22. Black 22.
A shotgun snap for Watson. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Black 22.
Now a first carry for Deontay Foreman, who was lost to the Achilles injury last year. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. The Texans send the punter out. Back deep is Tavon Austin. "51 yards on the punt there. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Prescott looks to throw on first. Looking and finding Allen Hurns. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. And a nice gain at 21 yards. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. First down, Prescott. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The four-time All-Pro, J.J. Watt. And it'll be a second and long.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
Out of the gun, here's Prescott. He hits Beasley right side. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it now. The confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
And with a clock reading zeros, he is into the end zone. What an exclamation mark to the end of this second quarter.
Indeed.
Extra point splits the uprights. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. This is taken at the 3. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
Second half begins with a run from Miller. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Down. Green.
Again, it's Miller. And he's got room. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw down that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Randy Gregory in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Watson going to give this one to Miller. Oh, he's got some breathing room. He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Hey, green the line. Green the line.
Third and long. It's Watson. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up fourth.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. They start on the ground with Elliott. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, second down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Again, it's Elliott. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. Just a couple there on the second down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Here's Prescott. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
Has a pretty good throw on the curl route there. 3rd down, and they pick up a first.
Defense should be aware for that, right?
They should be aware, but it was so hard sometimes.
Yeah, it's not easy.
Because when they sell that route really well, you think they're going upfield, then they curl back, show their numbers to the quarterback, and complete the play.
A handoff left to Elliott. Oh, he's got a little daylight. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 44-yard line. They go to Elliott again. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now in Houston, it's the Cowboys with the football. They'll be looking to tack on to their lead as we get set for the 4th. Prescott from the gun on 3rd. And this is going to be incomplete. Kayvon Webster on the defensive side able to get a hand in.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he's on here to punt it away. And now out comes Houston. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Watson will bring up the Texans here 1st and 10 at their own 13. Watson. he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now second down.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Black 22. Black.
Throwing again is Watson. Miller on the catch over the middle. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6.
Green the line. Green the line.
Out of the gun, Watson. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And the broken tackle helps lead to a 1st down gain. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a 1st down there.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Green the line.
On 1st down, Watson. Throw left side complete. That's Griffin. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
Black 22. Black 22.
Again, it's Watson. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. The Texans on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Green the line. Green the line.
Watson looks to throw again. Underneath for Miller. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that's going to make it 4th down. Short play like that in this situation this late, that's a win for the defense.
No doubt. And I remember something Coach Madden used to talk about all the time. Sometimes you can't just take what the defense gives you. You have to take what you need. And in this case, the offense is taking what the defense is giving them, not what they need.
Black 22.
Desperation time. Watson on 4th down. Man open. That's Kiki QT complete. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. Watson now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the 2nd half. Not bad. 1st and 10. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. Now a 1st down throw. Watson dumps it complete to Miller. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Now it's Watson. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. As they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? Now it's Watson. And this one is incomplete. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Down. Green the line. Green the line.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. Getting down to the end here, they have a 2-score lead. Barely, but it's a 2-score lead, so that probably makes you as a coach feel a lot more comfortable right now, doesn't it, Charles?
It does, but it doesn't mean now you go out and run option or some kind of wild double reverse or anything like that. But you do know that if anything does go haywire, you're still in control of this game.
I want a double reverse, don't you?
I'm just waiting for that day where we actually see something like that in this situation.
Well, we'll see what happens here. So we got free of one tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. And now the Texans want to call another timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. They're in a good spot. 2-possession game barely, but a 2-possession game here late. Now they just have to put this game on ice.
Let's face it, right now, they're talking about ball security, taking care of it, not allowing anything crazy to happen, because we've seen nutty things happen down the stretch, but they also have the security of the scoreboard. With that type of a lead, even if something goes haywire, they're still in good shape.
Now a handoff, running off, tackle right. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. They'll try and run for it without him. And he'll fall forward to the 29-yard line. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. Made his first. This now from 46 yards away. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And that'll push the lead up to 13-0. So they settle for just the 3. But clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off. But they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. Oh, nice move. This is going to put him back with a not great field position.
So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
On 1st down, it's Watson. Griffin's got it, middle of the field. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. And he'll get up and spike it with 11 seconds remaining. And it's incomplete. And now we're down to 10 seconds. The Texans on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Now Watson. Now a desperation throw deep. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
The storyline of this one, Charles, no doubt the number 0. Zilch, nada. A shutout so hard to do in the NFL.
It really is, and what an accomplishment, because you feel that not just on the defensive side, but as a full team. There's a lot of pride that goes into shutting out an opponent. And how about that 0 on the scoreboard for them, going along with those zeros in the time column too.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. So long from Houston.